John Farnham's You're the Voice is an Australian anthem that has inspired many generations. Many of you here have shared your voice, your stories and ideas to make the world a better place, whether globally or locally. Humanity is calling out for change, and world events are saying that the time for change is now. Today, we have courageous advocates like Grace Tame and Dylan Alcott openly discussing discrimination, normalisation of differing abilities, stereotypes, sexual abuse, and trauma. In 2020, I was hearing too many stories about people, children, being groomed on the internet, being bothered at school. And then I heard about some young staffers at restaurants and workplaces being bothered by co-workers. When Grace Tame and Brittany Higgins shared their sexual abuse stories publicly, I reached a personal breaking point. To be honest, I questioned their motives. And then I questioned my silence. I was devastated that in the current decade, right now, this is still a current problem. I knew that it happened in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, but surely not now. I decided that their speaking out was right and that it was time for me to join the conversation. It sparked a fire in me, a glowing fire. And I decided to share one of my biggest shameful secrets through my chapter, Taking the Boo Out of Taboo, where I disclose the devastating impact of childhood sexual abuse and ongoing workplace sexual harassment on my life and how that damage still affects me today. I contributed, along with 19 other phenomenal women, in my voice, Stories of Transformation and Purpose by Women of Substance, Volume 2. This book is part of the Global Publishing My Voice series of 5 books, which encompasses 100 women of distinction from nearly every continent, sharing their stories of resilience and courage, the entire proceeds of which go to the Singapore Children's Society charity. Currently, Antarctica is not represented, so if you know anyone over there, let us know. Does anyone in the room have a secret that they're ashamed to share? Have you ever thought about the impact that this may have on your life or your loved ones' lives? My concept of taking the boo out of taboo is about truly releasing the secrets and shame that stop us from living our best lives. Before I continue, I need to talk about a little part of my outfit. No, not my magic shoes or my fabulous suit. I know, I look great. But my walking stick. A new important element in my life. In February 2022, I had a mini stroke, which began a tumultuous health journey for me that has led from epilepsy diagnosis and losing my license to a cancer scare where I got part of my liver removed, and now thinking that I have an autoimmune disease. I currently have cognitive, memory, fatigue, and mobility issues with no diagnosis yet. Could it be that my childhood trauma and ongoing trauma, stress and burnout has finally manifested into this complex illness? If I'd understood the power of releasing my story and my demons, might I have avoided my life blowing up at 57? I believe that it all comes back to taking the boo out of taboo. Open conversations increase awareness, remove stigma, improve mental health, and reduce physical illness, and empower individuals to live their best life. Mahatma Gandhi's famous quote of "Be the change that you want to see in the world" inspired me to advocate for current and future generations to have greater awareness of their own power and possibility and the consequences of swallowing or stuffing down their pain. In my book, in my chapter, there are 5 tips. But tip number 4 is the open conversations, to let the secrets go and have those courageous conversations. But there are 3 important elements. There's the sharing, the supporting, the listening, and the advocating. So I encourage people to have open and sometimes scary conversations to help them see the impact of their secrets on their physical, emotional, and behavioural elements and find their own solutions. Be a great listener, not a fixer. Listen through your heart. Use your breathing, body language, as well as your ears to provide a safe space for all parties in conversation to heal and grow, and find true empathy. And advocate. Not everyone will want to advocate, but if you do, you will show that your strength will give them strength, and your courage will give them courage, and it will fast track the healing process for all concerned. It doesn't matter whether you share, support, or advocate, as long as you have open and courageous conversations and allow those debilitating secrets to be released. We all have a voice. Is it time for us to rise up and lead the ending of silence, release the fear, reduce stigma, separation, and pain, to have open and courageous conversations? As John Farnham says, this time we know we all can stand together with the power to be powerful, believing we can make it better. You're the voice. Try and understand it. Make a noise and make it clear. The time is now to share your voice and take the food